Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder and CEO of Business Marketing Engine. And today we're going to talk about 3 tips to help you get better results from your social media marketing. Social media marketing is a really powerful tool that all of us have access to. And so I'm excited to share these tips with you. So stay tuned and we'll dive right in. So social media is still, in my opinion, really coming of age. It's been around for a little while, but as I think, like in the early 2000s when Facebook came out, and we think about Twitter and TikTok and all the other ones that have come since then, it's an emerging kind of space, and in a lot of senses, it's really not that old yet. But one of the things that is really important to remember, first tip to really keep in mind, is that just remember that social media is all about building relationships and engaging in conversations. And so all of us can instantly see when somebody is just constantly promoting themselves or just kind of coming off a little bit awkward or sleazy or just weird when they're constantly just promoting and promoting and promoting, but they're not actually providing value and they're not engaging in relationships. And social media has really, taken the place of, for lack of a better term, like our town square or like the communities we used to hang out with in person. We do so much of that now online. There's even apps like Nextdoor. There's just multiple different social channels, that you can be on, but they're really about engaging and building relationships. And so keeping that in the forefront of your mind is what's going to help you really grow and succeed. And this week, a little bit later, I'm going to talk about how I made $500,000 off of social media without any paid ads. And so make sure you stay tuned for that, because it makes a massive difference when you really approach it with, how can I build relationships? How can I show up and be part of this community? So that should, in my opinion and experience, really be your heart's intention of, here's how I want to show up. Here's, how I'm going to engage and get to know new people, talk to them about what they're interested, comment on their post interesting things that I'm up to. And it's not, if you're on social media, it's not just single faceted. It's really, like I said, it's the place where we hang out, connect, and, we build the relationships. And so talking about what you're doing at work or something new that's going on, or running a promotion, or, getting people to engage, like we talked about on yesterday's show, all of those are good things. Just make sure it really comes from a place of authenticity, where you are just being who you are and being consistent in sharing what you're up to in business and personal life and just how you're feeling. That's how people get to know you. And it's really how we have conversations these days. And I alluded to it a minute ago, but the second tip is be consistent. Posting daily is really a huge part of getting noticed and recognized. And it helps with driving revenue. It helps with revenue posts, because if you only post, a few times a month, you're just not going to show up in the constant feed of people sharing their updates and what they're up to and things like that. And so consistency by posting daily allows you to always have your name, your face, your updates, your content, what you're working on, what you're up to in front of the people that you want to connect with, build relationships with, and, ultimately, hopefully get to work with and really, really connect with. And so as you think about social media, if you don't already have a structure and plan in place that allows you to, post consistently, think about just blocking something in your calendar or putting an alarm on your phone that goes off every day at the same time. And that'll allow you to just share something, that you're up to. For some folks, video is a great way to share, because they like talking, they like sharing that way. For other folks, writing an update or sharing a picture, whatever it is that feels natural to you is a great starting place. And then as you go on, you can really start to figure out what you enjoy the most, what people engage with, and what really helps you connect with them and what helps other folks in your network. So consistency is huge. The third thing, which a lot of folks know this, but I always like to, state the obvious, because I am one of those types of people who I have to hear something multiple times before it sticks and I actually use it. And other times I've never heard it before and it's really impactful. So you may know this, but if you don't, when you message somebody on a social media platform, in most social networks, when you're having a conversation with somebody in DMs and you're direct messaging them and you're just messaging them, that's going to make the algorithm, that'll tell the algorithm, oh, I talk to, my friend Alex all the time. So sometimes we talk in Messenger, sometimes I, comment on his posts. But when I'm talking in Messenger, it shows the platform that I do have a conversation going, even a private conversation. So it's natural that I'm going to see more of my friends' posts and they're going to see more of my posts. So like we talked about in yesterday's episode, when you post like a binary question or engagement, or you're trying to get people to engage so you can serve and help them with the content, with the services, with the things you have, by posting and then having a messenger conversation with them, you're just going to raise your profile in their feed. And so it's a great way to follow up. So when somebody likes your post, and if you're just building engagement, it's a great idea to just message them and say, hey, I really appreciate that you liked my post. I appreciate you. That's all you have to say. And one, you're truly showing that you want to build a relationship, which is the secret to success in life and business. But also you are then naturally leveraging the platform so that you'll be able to show your content more frequently to that person. So the 3 tips are, remember, social media is all about building relationships. So engage and comment and have conversations. The second is be consistent. Posting on a daily basis is a huge part of getting noticed. The third tip is use Messenger on whatever platform you're on. If you can direct message folks, that's going to, generally speaking, on most platforms, raise your profile in that person's feed, and it'll also raise their profile in your feed. So you'll see more of them. And then the bonus tip I want to share today as well, and I mentioned this yesterday, is make sure that you really focus on mastering one platform before trying to move on to the rest. I've been on Facebook for years, and so that's a platform that I'm super comfortable with. I have a lot of connections, a lot of relationships, a lot of great friends there. So I tend to spend a lot of time there. But as the years have gone on, and I feel like I'm really getting good engagement, I'm really serving my friends and my audience there, and just really building the relationships there. That's when I've started to move more into LinkedIn. And I've started to explore, Instagram, and I've started to play, on TikTok more. Those other channels are not my primary channels, compared to the time and engagement I get from Facebook. But the more time that I spend on, LinkedIn and Instagram and those, I'm starting to build my familiarity there. I'm building my network and connections. I do have connections on both platforms that are the same people. But again, the key here is just really focus on how you can master one platform instead of trying to do them all at once. There's nothing wrong with having scheduled posts or putting similar things out on other platforms, but don't think that you're going to master them all at once, because that's difficult at best. Yes, there are some people that can do that, but it's pretty rare. So take time, invest in one platform, really master that, build your relationships there, and that's what's going to help you get the most out of your social media marketing. And so I hope that's useful to you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about something really cool, like I alluded to earlier. And yesterday, I think I mentioned it as well. I'll talk to you about how I generated over $500,000 in revenue just from social media. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But if you need any help with any of your social media marketing, or if you need any marketing strategy or support, please reach out to us at businessmarketingengine.com. You can message us there, or feel free to comment down below or message me on whatever platform you're seeing this. I'd love to connect with you and see how I can serve you. I appreciate you taking time to tune in, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show.